Hello, everybody. Yeah, today is first time to practice uh, the Chinese Bazi, and because 2025 is snake year, and it's start from the first day of spring. It's the fourth of actually it's 3rd of February 2025. But usually we uh, make it easy, so it's this year is 24th of February and 2025, and it start snake year. So today I just want to sharing about some information about what is Bazi, and because we had already made a podcast for that, and also um, made some YouTube channel. So and today I post the basic things about the uh, 10 heavenly stem and 12 earth branch, and on my first post. So if anyone interested, can go and have a look. So so today I just want to sharing like what is the Bazi, and uh, it's the Chinese very traditional um, philosophy, I think. Um, so the Bazi actually they had a four pillar of destiny, because it used just a basic like 10 earth stem, and 12 the earth branch, the 10 heavenly stem, and 12 earth branch. So it's uh, like a math to play, because in Western country we usually say uh, that it's decade like every 10 years. So for the heaven stem, and we counted by every 10 years, like a 10 day, or the time even the same, like time pattern, and the hour, like 2 hour is a pattern. So it's all like a basic is base that. So it's a repeat again and again, so from the year, month, and day and time. So the 12 earthly branch is uh, more easy to understand, because it's use 12 animal. So for each year, even in the Western country, a lot of people they understand the uh, uh, what animal you are, because when I talk with some people, and they will say, "Oh, I'm a tiger," or "I'm a horse." So they know what animal usually they are. So that's a bit easy way to understand. So for the basic math is like a 10 heavenly stem, and then it's they had the regularly pattern. So from the 甲乙丙丁戊己庚辛壬癸, then the 12 animal is also they had the same pattern. So they just repeat, and so they make every day is countable, even each time is countable. So if we're learning this system is easy. So basic you only need to learn like 22 Chinese words. Then once you understand the the basic the meaning or something, and even you don't know any other Chinese words, it's all fine, and you still can like you still can to doing like to calculate, or to understand yourself, just from this 22 basic words. So that's So what
Freda, I
uh,
have a question.
yeah.
Although I have talked about it on our podcast before, but actually, I have asked this question once. That's about the Bazi. The Ba is the Chinese character, right? It means number 8. But why
Yeah.
is a number 8, not number 7 or number 6? Could you expand again?
Uh, yes, yes, I can explain that. Why is that? Because it's same as a calendar. So uh, uh, we know in China we had a famous one. It's called the Huangli. Huangli is something like it's the date or the year. Usually the year we all know like which year we are, and this year, for example, this year at the moment we still not change to snake year. So this year is uh, wood dragon year. So some people will call like a green dragon, and last year is the water rabbit year. So some people will call black black rabbit. So that's a different. So for that's for the year calculate. Then for the month, they use like a season. For example, the 1st February, uh, the 4th of February usually is the first day of spring. So they calculate this month is start from 4th of February, and that's the tiger month. So the tiger month is connect to the uh, tiger month is connect to the like uh, uh, it's so each February. So once you understand like the clock, so February is the first of the spring, and also and that time is if we connect to the calculate for the time, and that's the early morning 3 to 5 o'clock, because 3 to 5 o'clock it usually is the tiger wake up and to hunting some food or something. So that's very early, and also that's the for the season, that's the springtime. That's very early spring, and also for a day is the time when the sun, the rising up. So that's why they all match each point. So connect with our calendar. Um, so that's why it's four pattern. It's talk about the year, the month, and the day, and the time. And all of that is just a math calculate. The math calculate is like a, 60 pattern. So because the heavenly stem is 10, then the earth branch is 12. So that make the 60 cycle. Then this 60 cycle is continue count the year, count the month, count the day, and count the time. So that's why. So you only learn 22 words, then you can understand what that meaning, and why is that, and that today is good. And even for the yellow calendar, actually is just tell you this day's date of birth, like today and this time. Is that good to go out? Is that good to open a shop? Is that good to, what you should avoid or something? So all that is basic, the logic system is from that. So is that make sense, Carrie?
Yeah. Actually, I have a download Huang Li recently. It's from it's a Taiwan, I think, publisher. Because I couldn't find a perfect the paper Huang Li in Taipei, so I downloaded one. It's a perfect one, but actually I'm not really understand what can I use from this Huang Li, but I think I will ask more and more questions to you about how can I understand the Huang Li, because recently I'm planning moving, so maybe it's better for me to choose the day, a better day, or maybe a perfect day to have this moving plan, right?
Yes. For the better day, like uh, usually it's not it's a bit like a good pattern, some good
Mm-hmm.
pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I just generally say something. For example, if the day is we call the G2 because for the heavenly stem, and that had separate the five element to yin yang. For example, first one is yang wood, then the second is yin wood, then uh, it's fire. So it's yang fire, yin fire, and yang soil, yin soil. Then it's the yang mental, yin mental, and yang water, yin water. So the pattern is always like that. It's never changed. Uh, if you choose the day is like a we call the G2 is the garden soil for the heavenly stem. And so what you do is you try to find maybe the day or the time they had the young sun is for the universe. The imaging is like if you had a garden soil and then you had a sun shining in the sky, then you had maybe a little bit of water, or then you had a wood. So it grows things very well. So sometimes you can use the imaging to think about that. I had another explain like for example young wood. Then young wood usually like the in fire we call ding. So in Chinese word we call 甲跟丁. So what that mean is young the young wood is bit like a gas. The gas is make you had hope, and it can can grow things. So in Chinese word we call the yang qi, or uh, some people will say it's called 正气. uh,
Yeah, it's a
it,
chi.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that qi is make you be alive and be good. So that's called qi. Then the yin fire is a little bit of water. It's a bit like you had a cigarette, then you want to put a little bit of fire on, and then the gun is a bit like a container. So you just think something, you got the container, you got the gas, you got the fire. What happened? So it will be happen like it's like uh, how to say the 爆发力. It means something you want to explode to very quickly, or some people had the ability, they can running very quick, or they can like what's called Jackie Lee, and he can very quick speed, and he can give up a bigger very powerful kick. So that's the pattern. So if you want doing something, and today is powerfully quickly to success, so maybe you choose that kind of if imaging is good for you. And also like if you want to make things done, for example, some people maybe they want to get some money from government support or something, it's they want to get something, so something under your control. So the day maybe you need to choose is the for because we say the fortune owner is the day of the owner. So the day of the owner, for example, today is uh, uh, mental or young, we call the young mental day. Then, if you want doing things, it's under your control and can get things done. So maybe you choose the young mental can control what the young mental can in charge. So we call uh, uh, the the young mental can control the wood, because in the universe and in the wood will grow very widely. So what we do is we use a scissor, or we use some very big heavy the tool to cut the branch to make it shape nice, and also make it grow better. So that's why. So you got some day is you can control, you can charge, maybe you can doing the things good. So that's why some people, not like a long time ago, people doing things that we need to check the date or something and see is today is good for doing this or not. But now, because of the technology and Apple, and we can easily to get a the tool, or easily to know what day is today. So actually you can check every day. So for me, like I always check every day. So the things happen is around me, around the relationship with me. um, uh, I just make a simple example. I had a friend, and she said they decided uh, to kill some like ducks, and so because we need to make a few people together to make the day to do things. And so they choose the day, so I check the date. So I will think, oh, my date of birth, my something, the element I like or not, and other people, maybe this they like or not. Then I just make the feeling is this booking the day will be cancelled. But I'm not sure who will cancel that. But I'm already tell myself, and probably, and that day cannot do that. Then the things happen is very funny, because in the group, one of the person, because the afternoon they had a heavy, very heavy storm, and so her backyard is a lot of tree branch is it's drop on the ground. So she have to immediately to back to her place, because her place is take like a 2-3 hour drive. That's why we have to cancel that booking. So that's the basic thing you do. Of course, sometimes you maybe you have the tricky things, like you feel these things is not easy to do. I had that before. I think feeling like not easy to do, but I did choose the date. Then everything goes so good, because I meet a person and she's so nice, and she's easily, she solved my problem, and it's so that's the thing you can do. That's why sometimes we say, today is doing things not good. uh, Maybe I talk to, I just give a little
Yeah.
example. I had a friend, her daughter one learning drive. Then she meet the transport, the service person, and this person said, "Oh, you have to take your passport," but actually her passport is already expired. So she have to do her passport first and take a long time and then get things. So I talked to her. I said, "You don't need to do that, because." Even you don't have passport, you got other, the proof your ID certificate. You don't know, you got a birth certificate or something. Why need a passport? Because they meet this person is a bit silly. So I tell them, say, don't worry, go again. You try another person. So they go another time, they try another person, and it's success. So that's the story. And also my daughter, when she learning drive and she do the test that day, that's the first time she do the driver test. And I check the day, because she is the seawater, and the seawater is like the sun shining in the sky, and the big picture is like you had a beautiful sea, and then the sun is shining in the sky, and so looks perfect. So she got the test day is the young fire day. So I think she probably passed the test. So I pay her like the extra hour to practice before the test, and that day she's very good, and she meet the teacher, or you can't say the teacher, and that's the first day he's doing this job. So even she made a little bit mistake or something, maybe it's between like you can passed or not passed, but he gave her passed. So so that's the day could affect the person. That's why we better to know something. Yeah.